Hello, it's future Peter and Jill here.
Hello.
We've got a little explanation about the next few days of our trip. Unfortunately, you're not going to see film for the next couple of days of the trip. The reason being what happened on the morning of that day.
Which is day 6.
Yep. Peter had been feeling unwell over the whole course of the trip, really. He'd been having blurred vision, he'd been having shaking hands, very dry mouth, needing to drink a lot of water. And that morning, when we woke up, he wasn't feeling well at all. I went to put some washing in the machine and went over to Gasparilla Grill to get some breakfast, which is a great place.
It is, yep.
Really good. Brought back some breakfast, but then discovered that Peter really was not well at all.
No, I said we need to ring somebody.
So I'd gone over to the front desk and they very helpfully gave me a number to ring. So I rang our travel insurance people just to let them know, and then rang this number. And I was thinking a GP would come out and give us some advice. No. Some paramedics came, took one look at Peter and said, right, you're going to hospital.
Well, they did more than that, didn't
They
they?
did, yes.
They took a blood sugar test, and their machine goes quite high.
Yeah.
But I was off the scale. My blood sugar was very, very high. So they took me out of the room on a gurney and put me in an ambulance. And both me and Jill went to
Horizons West Hospital in Winter Garden. And I have to say the staff were amazing. And the staff at Grand Floridian were also amazing.
Yeah.
They looked after us extremely well. They gave me a voucher to ring for a taxi to come back. And they left messages on our answer phone in the room and generally helped out. But basically, Peter was off to hospital.
Horizon West is quite a new hospital, and it was quite quiet. It was just a walk-in centre, but they built a hospital around it. Anyway, I was taken straight to A&E or ER, depending where you live. And they gave me lots of insulin and told me I was staying in hospital. So I was taken into the hospital, but not just to a normal ward, to ICU, intensive care unit, where they basically filled my arm with needles, attached tubes, and gave me liquids and insulin all night. Now, you went back to the hotel after a while, didn't you?
I eventually got a taxi back. The only problem with having the taxi voucher was that it took ages for a taxi to get there because it wasn't a very well-known area.
No.
But I got back, and then the next day I went back to the hospital to see how things were going with Peter.
Yeah, that morning I got some breakfast, which was incredibly bland, partly because I was on this low sugar and things like that. So I just was hoping that day that there was a hint that I might be able to go home that night. So Jill came and she stayed and she took some photos out the window, didn't you?
I did, so you will see some photos from that second day. And I did go down to the little cafe for some lunch. They had a very nice salad bar. That was about the healthiest thing they had there. The rest were things like Philly cheesesteak, and not very good for a hospital.
But that's the public part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. As I said, I got very bland, boring food because I wasn't allowed many carbs. I wasn't allowed much sugar. It was, yeah. Anyway, it turned out that I wasn't able to go home that night. I still had to stay in hospital with everything attached to me.
So I went back to the hotel and I decided to take myself off to Disney Springs that night. And since Peter is not a major fan of Indian food, I took the opportunity to have dinner at a place called Eat,
Yep.
which is run by an American Indian celebrity chef. And it is supposedly Indian inspired.
Inspired.
Yeah. The lady at the counter said that apparently Disney had made them take the spice levels down
Oh dear.
because there were too many complaints. So what I had was supposedly boona. Well, I would never ever have a chicken boona in the UK. So yeah. But it was a fun place. The music is nuts. It's all Bollywood inspired stuff, and it's great fun. There was a song about chicken tikka masala and all sorts of crazy stuff.
I'm a disco dancer, wasn't it?
Yeah, that
Yep.
as well. So you'll see a couple of photos from that evening.
That meant I was staying. Of course, I was staying in hospital another night, and next morning, Jill came around, and I was first of all told that I'd be going on the ward, but then I was told I'd be going home.
Yay!
So they unplugged all the tubes, but left all the needles in, just in case. And we sat and waited, didn't we?
Yeah, we had to pay up front for some insulin because Peter had been given insulin to inject, which was a brand new thing. I mean, I think we need to say that prior to this, Peter wasn't even diabetic, he was pre-diabetic
Yeah.
and managing it via diet. So this was a complete surprise. The whole hypoglycemic episode was just complete surprise to us.
Massive surprise, yeah. So I had to learn how to take a blood prick and do the sugars and then do the insulin, which it wasn't difficult, it was just awkward, particularly on the plane. And since I've come home, I've been put on an insulin 4 times a day, and I have one of these readers that instead of having to do my prick my finger all the time.
And we should
it's
stress
better.
that he's fine. Everything went fine, and you know it's not a problem. There's no need to worry. But it certainly did put a damper on 3 days of our holiday.
Yes. So the nurse that day was really nice. She was very funny. We kept chatting about musical theatre and all sorts, didn't we? She really enjoyed us being in there.
Yeah.
And apparently they appreciated people who were happy with their care, as Baymax might say. Because apparently they get a lot of people who complain.
But
So
she was lovely.
she was really nice. Yeah. So I got all the needles taken out of me and we went back to the hotel.
Yeah.
Where I promptly collapsed
Not really.
Not really well, metaphorically. And then had a shower. And then we decided to go out for dinner to the Grand Floridian Cafe, which I think we've got at least some photos of, possibly
We have,
some
yes.
video.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was lovely. I
Yeah.
mean, it was nice to have a meal together for the first time in 3 days. And it was nice for you to have a meal that wasn't stuff at the hospital.
Yes, it was. Anyway, we had a great meal, and I put the video in. And then we still have a couple of days left. So we still have a couple of days left to show you. So anyway, thanks for listening.
Yep.
And here comes the stuff from the evening.